Deborah from South Essex Things, and this video is going to show you how to use the Freerider stretchy wrap. So these are very popular. They have got a great marketing tactic and lots of you will have heard of them and probably bought them because they are the best thing for your newborn baby. But are they? So the Freerider stretchy wrap is a one-way stretchy, which means it stretches across the width, but it doesn't stretch along the length. There are two-way stretches which stretch in both directions and are generally a little bit easier to get on with as a first go if you're first time using this. But if you already have one and you are struggling, that is probably why, because it isn't very stretchy, so it's not very forgiving. So I'm going to show you how to use it and tie it so that you can measure the space that you have and make sure it's not too tight and not too loose. With a two-way stretchy wrap, you just tie it on quite snug and it will stretch to allow room for baby, but that doesn't work with these because there's not enough stretch in them. So first of all, we're going to pop them on. So your label marks the middle of the wrap, and that will start across your chest. And we'll take one side round to the opposite hand, just keeping hold of that top edge, which helps prevent any twists in the fabric. And then the other side round and up on the opposite shoulder. So you end up with a cross on your back. All of these loose parts come down through the bit at the front. So this is now quite baggy. I'm going to tighten this up a little bit by holding these, reaching back, pulling up. Pull the slack down through there. So this bit here, you don't want it really skin tight, but you don't want it really baggy either. Just enough space for a couple of hands in there. You don't want a lot of space at all. These two dangly bits get crossed over, taken round behind you, crossed again, and then tied in a double knot anywhere on your front. Now, the important bit here is we're going to move the slack from the knot up to where baby's going to sit, and we're going to test the space we have. This is really important and not in any of the instruction manuals or many of the instruction videos. So from your knot, you can do one side at a time if you like. You're going to take that slack and pull it around, follow it around and bring it up to where baby's going to go. We're going to do the same from the other side. Pull it around, and you'll probably find that one side has to go up and under a piece of fabric first. So all of that slack is now in here, and now I want you to use a bit of strength and push this fabric away from your body. Now in here I have quite a big space now, probably enough for a 1-year-old, and I've got a newborn baby, so I need a lot less space. So this is why this part's important, because if you didn't do that and check, you would have put your baby in and all this slack would have worked its way through the fabric, and then it gets really loose and baby's not safe anymore. So I'm going to re-tie this by taking that slack down towards the knot and making it a bit more snug. So now I have a better space. I have space to get my baby. So you want to imagine your baby snuggled on your front, and you want that material to fit snugly around their body. So too much space means it's too loose and it's going to be unsafe. So once you have checked the space that you have, we are going to find your baby. And I just want you to make a note of which one of these crosses is closest to your body, because we are going to start with the inside one first. So pop baby on to your shoulder, supporting them under their bottom. The higher they go, generally the easier it is. We're going to take that inside piece of fabric, the one closest to your body, and pull it around baby's leg and leave it in the pit of their knee. And swap baby to the other shoulder and find that piece on the other shoulder, pop that around baby's leg and into the pit of their knee. And then these two pieces of fabric are going to stay here while we allow baby's bottom to be taken down by gravity and sit nice and low. So as you can see, these bits are holding their knees up and their bottom is going to sit down. So they're in a nice deep seated squat position, little hands up by their face. And then once you're ready, we'll start to spread the fabric. So come back to the one that was closest to your body. You'll do that one first. Find the edge that's nearest your neck and spread it over baby's back, right to the other knee pit, and then from knee towards shoulder, you're going to pull some slack out so that baby's really well covered. And we'll do the same on the other side. Finding that edge, stretching it over to the other knee, and then from knee to shoulder, diagonally across baby's back. So they're really fully covered in both layers of fabric. And then you will come down from your armpit and find that first piece of fabric you've got there, lift it over both of baby's legs, and then find the top edge, which should have your label on it, and that will come up to baby's neck. So we just need to clear baby's airways to make it safe. So you can take that bottom edge and pull it down, pull it all the way down until that edge pops off your shoulder, and then the bunched up bit in your hand can be folded back up onto your shoulder. So we've cleared baby's airways, they can breathe. Their little hands are up by their face, their head's on the firm part of our chest, and they're nice and snug. So that is how you use a Freerider stretchy. You need to put it on, you need to move the slack round up into where baby's going to go, and you need to check the space you have. It's really important. If you don't do that, it will be too loose or too tight, and it will be really difficult and it won't feel right. And you'll come to me and we'll go through this in person. So if you haven't bought a stretchy wrap for your baby yet, hold off, go and see your local sling library or give me a shout and I will find you one that's fairly easy to get on with. If you already have a Freerider or another stretchy that's a one-way stretchy, then give me a shout if you're still struggling and I will gladly help you. So, safety checks, airways clear and visible, and that baby's tight enough so that they can't slump and they can't fall out. You can be safely hands-free without baby moving. All good. To get baby out again, we're going to reverse what we did. So we take the third section down and off those feet, second section down to the knee, first section back to the knee, and then gently lifting baby up and out. And then the wrap is fitted to baby now. We're all good. It can stay on your body and then be ready to pop baby back in after they've had a feed and a little kickabout on the floor. If you have any questions at all, please reach out. I will gladly answer them.